Okay, I'm now going to show you some important things and give some personal advice regarding building your Enagic business. I want to point out that there are several ways, methods, and systems that top leaders build their organizations. Top Enagic leaders train different ways. You know, I've been asked which one is correct, which one is good. The answer is they're all good trainings. Okay, they're all correct trainings. What you want to do is get yourself exposed to as much training as possible. Find out which one works for you, which one will be comfortable. Make sure that the trainer is walking their talk. In other words, they're committed to the Enagic program. You know, are they building? Are they doing what they're teaching? Okay, what's their rank? And then you want to keep learning. For those who find this informative and helpful, you know, and for the people who are actually wanting to build a successful business, I suggest you watch it at least 5 times and have your organization do the same. It will definitely help you in creating a profitable and successful Enagic business, okay? Much success to you. First off, let me ask you a question. Have you ever started your own business? Do you know the real benefits of having a business? You know, or even if you have a full-time job, all right, having a part-time business that you own. I'm asking you this because I want you to get passionate about your Enagic business. I want you to take it seriously because what it can do for your lifestyle, and I want you to succeed, okay? So let me give you the benefits of owning your own business first of all. Okay, you know, there's what we call wages versus profits. Okay, wages makes you a living, profits can make you a fortune. So that's what the Enagic program provides. There's linear income versus leverage income. You see, in Enagic, you get both. Linear income is something you have to do to produce income, like a job. I don't care if you're a high top level executive, an attorney, you know, a doctor. If you're a doctor and you stop doctoring, right? Well, your income stops. That's linear income. You're trading time for dollars. Leveraged income is money you make whether you're there or not, whether you're working there or not, whether you're present or not present. That's what investments are all about, okay? Leverage income. In your own business, it can create leverage income. You have control of your destiny. You build your own dream, freedom of time. I mean, to me, the best thing is freedom of time. The tax advantages, unbelievable. And it's just creating your own legacy and, you know, a stress-free lifestyle. So those are the benefits of owning your own business that you make successful. Okay? Now, in the Enagic business, let's begin to build. You want to build your foundation and framework out of the finest materials so you avoid problems later. Let me give you some things, okay? There are 3 types of people in this business that you're going to talk to, that you're going to have join your organization. There's the live ones. These are people who are excited and motivated. You know, they're at the meeting before you are. They're the ones calling you, okay? They set goals. In other words, you can see the effort. They're saying, you know, they're bringing people to the meetings. They want to get started. Then there's what they call the wounded. These are the ones who are interested, you know, they talk a lot, they always tell you what they're going to do, but then, you know, you just got to watch that. And then there's the walking dead. These are distributors of record with who show no sign of life. Now, if you're a distributor who's been in the business about a year now, I bet you know what I'm talking about because some of you have an organization of walking dead. It's like the movie, okay? Now, you remember one thing. Build your superstructure with live ones. Remember, you're the ones bringing them in. So you want to have your structure with live ones. Let me give you some recruiting techniques. There are 3 areas where you're going to recruit. There's the hot market. That's your people you know, friends, family, etc. Warm market, acquaintances, people you see once in a while, okay? And then cold market, the new people, the things on flyers, people you've never met. I'm going to make this easier. I'm going to connect the hot and warm and make it just warm. These are people you know. Let me give you some advice. Stay with the warm side. I know people say, I don't have any warm market. No, you've been living on earth for 20, 30, 40 years, okay? Be real. You know some people, okay? That's just, let me tell you why. The majority, I will have to say at least 99.9% of the Enagic distributors in this business come in through the warm market. One more time, over 99%. 1% come from the cold market. Once in a while, you'll find somebody, they run an ad, they get a good person, etc. But again, 99% come from the warm market. The warm market will take your water. The warm market will talk to you. The cold market won't take your water. You're going to take water from a stranger and give it to your family? If you won't do it, what do you think somebody else in the mall is going to do it? There's no way, all right? And unless you have knowledge in recruiting and you have the funding and the office and all the things that make that work, try not to run advertisements, okay? Get started in the warm market. Friends, family, neighbors. Now, here's a question. Somebody always says, am I starting with my friends and relatives because I'm going to make money on them? No, absolutely not. I want you to listen to something. 95% of the people that will make you the majority of your money in this business right this second, you don't know them yet. One more time, 95% of the people where your biggest money will come from, right this second, you don't know them yet. You want to start with your warm market because they will give you practice. Some of them will buy. And if you have a good product, you want to start out with your warm market, okay? Now, always be on the lookout, however, when you're out there. Always be prepared. Have some tools with you. I don't care what tools you buy. Have them with you so that when somebody is interested or you see somebody who might have the potential to be a great distributor, you are prepared. You can pull out, your 007 card or whatever. So again, and then be confident, man. Nothing's going to happen. What are they going to say? I'm not interested? Hey, go for it. That's the worst thing that can happen. You can't fall off a building. You can't get shot at. You don't have to run into a burning building. Nothing, man. The worst thing that can happen is somebody says, no, I'm not interested. So if I were you, I would get loaded with a lot of tools and bring them out just like you just started the business. Hey, just go for it, okay? Now, let me give you some things a lot of people don't know at Enagic. The framework is the people that you sponsor directly. It says sponsor and it's your name that's there. That's your framework, okay? That's your foundation. The framework are people below that. So this is a blueprint of your entire framework. You can see it. All right, below the green dots, you want to anchor. In other words, when you get somebody in the business, let's say number one's name is Bob. You want to make sure that you anchor below Bob and get 3 people so that if Bob decides not to do the business, that line is secure. All right, that's how you secure a line so that you don't have to keep starting over and over again. So try to anchor each lane. But that's what your framework should look like. All right, now, when you're building, are you building foundation or framework? Some people ask me, should I go sideways or depth? Okay, remember this, sideways for profit, depth for security. All right, we'll go over that in another training. Now, when we're building, what are you building with? Where's your blueprint? Do you have a piece of paper that has round circles on it so you can put the name of the person you sponsor? All right. Again, when is your job finished? You know what? In this business, I want to answer that last one. Your job is never finished. It's never finished. It's a business. All right. If you want to make 6 figures yearly in this business, okay, your job is never finished. You can just, however, you can be in maintenance mode like a lot of the people are on, all right? Build with live ones, remember that. Directly refer 10. Try to get 10 frontline people I know, try to get 10 frontline people. It'll activate your organization. Then get your 10, firmly rooted by anchoring below them. In other words, helping them get 3 people. And then along the way, train them to duplicate. Okay? Now let me give you some information regarding your recruiting time. Your recruiting time, always in the beginning, it's a lot and you get nobody. As you move forward, 1 month, 2 months, 5 months, 1 year, 2 years, your recruiting time will be very small and your organization and money will become big. So I'm trying to tell you, give it time. And in the beginning, you're putting in a lot. But I'm telling you right now, the people in this business that do what they need to do now, okay, so that later on they can do what others can't do. All right? Now, when you recruit somebody, remember, give them some exposure, 5 to 7 days. Don't give somebody a meeting and then wait 2 weeks for another meeting. Business briefing, conference calls, maybe a DVD, a website. In other words, give them some exposure, continuous exposure. That's what gets somebody interested. All right. Now, when you bring them to a meeting or to the office or to whatever, make them comfortable. They're out of their comfort zone. If there's a lot of distributors, introduce them to the distributors and to the leaders. Do not leave them alone, especially during meetings. I watch people bring people to meetings and then they stand up during the meeting. You must sit down with the guest, all right? And then maybe have lunch and dinner afterwards, before or after, all right? Remember, the business briefing is where you sell yourself. The Enagic program, you have group dynamics, and the career potential will show. Have materials for them to take home so they bring the meeting home with them. And then make sure that they break the ice. Make friends. Get them in a comfort zone. All right? Remember, 5 exposures in 7 to 10 days. Introduce them to your team. Set a specific game plan for that person, First 3 sales, get them right away. Show the tools that are available and don't leave a new person alone. I'm going to give you one last statement. When you're building and you sponsor somebody, if you leave that person alone, they're going to die. All right? Walk them through the first few miles. I've been in Enagic for quite a while now. There are no lousy distributors. There are only lousy sponsors. Good luck.